guys, and welcome back to another video where we are going to decide what team we take over for Eredivisie rebuild until we win the Champions League. Mostly Dutch players. Thank you for Warrior for commenting. We're going to spin the wheel now and find out who we are going to take over, and then we are going to get into the game and talk about the team. Utrecht having an amazing season in real life. They have actually been struggling in recent years. They haven't made the Champions League for a few years now. Last time they were in the top four was in 2016, which is a long time ago. Since then, they've finished in fifth or sixth or seventh. They're currently sat in third this season. Sebastian Haller coming back from his golden days at the club, coming back on loan from Dortmund, obviously. We'll have to see how we get on with the team. So let's get set up. Hey guys, we're back, and we have simulated to the end of the season because I wanted to find out how the season would go. I wouldn't be signing anyone, just see how it goes. They're currently doing really well in real life, sat in third place as the time of recording. But history hasn't dwelled very well for them. They have only won 3 Dutch Cups and 1 Super Cup. And they have been in Europe, but they have never really made it far. So they're a team that is big, but isn't the likes of PSV, Feyenoord, and Ajax. They're just below that. They're looking to step up into the big 3. So I am here today looking to build this team around mostly Dutch players. So let's see how we did in our first season. First season, it is a 4th place finish. It is Europa League for us next year. I'm pleased. I mean, I'm not pleased with a 3rd round exit in the cup to a team I mean, actually, I've never heard of this team, but they're in our league, Eredivisie. They were predicted to finish in 18th. They finished in 10th, so good for them. But we lost to them. Isn't pretty for us. 65 points. Just about got ahead of AZ in the final day there. Feyenoord, Ajax, PSV won the league. We did not beat PSV. We didn't beat any of the top teams besides from Feyenoord. I would have loved to beat Ajax, but we lost to them twice, I would suppose. Yep. Big rivals, 1-0. Scratching my head here. Sebastian Haller with 17 goals. Second in the Golden Boot. Tyler Booth doing really well for us. He's probably my standout player. I really like him, but we built a formation. We were playing like this throughout the season. I just changed to this for that last game to test something out, test a new system. But we were playing like this with a deep line playmaker here for the entire season because that's how I see them to play in real life. Maybe not these positions, but I was tweaking things around. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the lone players go into my best 11. No, that is not my best 11. My best 11, 3 of them go in, but the other 2 are pretty. The other 3 are pretty good rotation options. So we're really going to be missing them. And yeah, we have 4 million. We have balance is healthy, good payroll. We are scouting some players. We're scouting the world. We have a Dutch partially um, here, and we have a Dutch partially 15 to 19-year-old. But this is first team. Nearly forgot. I've been setting up the staff as well, the scouts. Definitely need to fix some of this. That's why I didn't give the responsibilities to my staff. So some of their contracts are going to be expiring, so I can sign in some new players, some new staff members. In terms of players, if we go to selection info, 17 goals from Sebastian Haller, 16 from Aronson. So you can see here we're going to be missing those big boys that are scoring the goals. Tyler Booth doing very well. Can also doing really well. So it's interesting. Also, I did promote a youngster that got a 15-year-old that came in through the youth intake. What a monster this guy is for 15, by the way. He is amazing for 15. And his first game, he did really well. So he's going to be like the future centre back. This team is getting old, and as of right now, we have 2 players retiring this season that are actual like regular players in our team. Our goalkeeper has opted out of contract, so that's gonna be pretty bad. I'm trying to sell him so I can make some money and promote. I promoted this guy to be the backup to this guy. I don't think there's a massive drop off from this guy to the other guy, so I'm thinking we're gonna be okay. I also am hoping to promote some more youngsters. They need to get some more game time. I'm trying to get them to get loans, but it's really hard to like keep an eye on everyone. I did, however, loan out one player that I think could be a potential first team. The 17-year-old Milia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, probably not. He could be first team potential. He's 17 and he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So maybe he'll slot out in that left side because I think, but we do have a lot of youngsters that can come in and build a name for themselves. Um, so it's tough to really say who's gonna come in and take the spot. But we were pretty much a decent team, most dribbles made. If we look at goals, we scored 67, fourth most, and we actually allowed 33 goals, one less than Feyenoord, which is pretty impressive, all things be considered. So let's see how we can do in the second season. It's going to be tough to replace all these guys that are going out back to their teams, but we really have to see what we can do um, to really strengthen the team. So I guess we're gonna have to go through and have a look what we can do. What's up, guys? We are in the January transfer window, and as you can see, let me lower my camera a little bit. Let me put myself up here because Taylor Booth has left the club. It's a shock to us. It's a shock to you. He wanted to run down his contract, and that is not something that's gonna happen when he's worth 15 million, and I'm getting offers for him for 15 million. Just doesn't make sense to me. And he has joined PSV. PSV, yeah, kind of a rivalry, but not really. I mean, if we start challenging for trophies, there will be a rivalry there. We loaned out some players, but we loaned in some players as well. We did spend the 15 million. We bought Franco in to be a replacement for Taylor Booth. I think he's better than Taylor Booth personally. He does have fairly susceptible to injuries, which isn't great, but he's a consistent player, and I just bought him right now. So 8 million. Actually, the transfer record for the club previously was 6.5 million, so we beat that there. But Taylor Booth also is the record of getting out. So we learned in Daniel Daga, who I'm hoping I can potentially sign, and a freebie in William from Hamburg. We're setting up a little bit differently. This deep line playmaker here, inside forwards on the left, advanced forward. I'm not really sure if this guy is the striker, but he has been scoring goals, so I'm kind of like, yeah, sure. Let's put myself back down there. But he's been scoring, and currently we are actually doing really well. VIX in the derby. What's the derby called? Um, Club info. Well, history, fierce rivalry. Doesn't really say what the name of it is. So, anyways, yeah. So we did beat Ajax and Feyenoord, two rivals, beat FC 20, and when we had a tricky match against Alarm City FC, but we were playing with a lot of players. Like our team right now, if you look at our team, we promoted a lot of youngsters, including Matthias. He's an 18-year-old. Jonatas is 21-year-old. We also promoted. I mean, this guy is starting, 15-year-old. He's starting for us. I had to give him a new contract because he was wanted by a few clubs, so I had to give him a new contract. He has a release clause though. So has some of our other players. But if we look at our squad here, we also put up this guy. He shouldn't be on the loan list. I forgot. He's a good player. And then we have Franco, and then we have Matthias, and then we have Fabian, who also I think I'm looking to loan him. I think he could get game time, but he hasn't been getting any look in so far. So I decided to put him on the loan list. Then we have this guy here, who's also 19. So we have a lot of people that I'm promoting from the second team. This guy got promoted as well because their academy is crazy. There's so many good players coming through with a lot of potential. Their youth candidates tend to be very good. So there's definitely we still have 8 million. That sale was very good for us. Also, I didn't have to give him a huge amount of wage. Um, Franco is currently on 5k per week, so that's pretty low. So I'm happy with that signing, and I'm happy with how it's been going. I'm wondering how we are going to be doing in the season. We're currently predicted finishing fifth. I think our team has a lot of development to go. I think we will go up a lot. Once I look at these salaries here, I'm thinking it is kind of crazy. When you compare like a Premier League team or something like that, our salary is so much lower than I mean the big three here. They're spending about 25 million. We're spending 6 million on salary. Also, FC20, they have actually, if we go to trophies, they were previously known as DOS. They did win the Eredivisie in 1958. So that's one trophy I didn't mention, but they have won the cup, and well, they haven't won a cup. They won the Super Cup, the John Cruyff. I think that's the Super Cup, and they won the cup 3 times as well. So 2004 was their last big moment, which they won the Super Cup and the cup as well. So very happy. We did win the Dutch under 18 Eredivisie last season with the team, 34 points. This season we're not starting so hard, probably because I promoted so many of the players. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the Europa League. The board wants us to be competitive. I want us to be able to get into this knockout. I think we should be able to. We have our fixtures as well. Let's have a look at those. We play Bromley, uh, Rapid Wien, sorry, Villarreal, Rangers, Brest, Sparta Prague, Braga, and West Ham. These are all should be winnable games. Okay, maybe we shouldn't be winning all of them, but I think apart from the West Ham game, I feel like these games we could snag a result, and that's all that counts. We need one of those results. And if we look, Eredivisie is the second, sixth best league in the world at this point. So we should realistically, according to that, we should be taking on some of these teams that are not from those leagues above us, like Bromley, Rangers, Rapid, Sparta Prague. Um, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I feel like we need a number 10, so we're gonna come back in January. Maybe Franco will step into that position, though. We don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's come back, and I'll come back at the end of the season or January. I'll let you guys know. Hey guys, welcome back. We are at the end of the season. I did go to January. I couldn't really sign anyone. So what I did was lock in a player. And first, let's go to find out how we did. It's no way, we won the trophy. Second season, and we have won the trophy. Let's go. Come on. It's FC Utrecht on top. PSV. In January, PSV had not lost a single game. How did that happen? We didn't lose a single game after January. I am shocked. We were in second in January, okay? We were around 30 points. PSV were like 8 points ahead or something. Massive drop off for them. The player I locked in was this striker here. Den, uh, Den, well, Tien Den Borjeng. I don't know how to say. Very bad at names, but he's 19 and he has 16 finishing. So I gave him the chance, and he scored 7 goals in 20 games. So not bad. But have we done the domestic double semi-final there? Ajax knocked us out. Ajax did win that, so our rivals did take over. We did make it to Europa League knockout, which is very impressive. Let's look at the league phase here. No, let's go. Sorry, the league phase. I don't know why I clicked player. We actually qualified in 13th, very respectable. We beat Villarreal, Sparta Prague, Rapid Wien, Bromley. We did a draw with Braga. We lost to West Ham, Brest, and Rangers. Knockout playoff round, we faced West Ham. Tough draw there because we lost to them again. So that's a tough one. We did get knocked out there, but I think I think it's good that we made it there because I think that's probably our furthest um, in the Europa League. Yeah, so that's our first major run in the Europa League uh, that I see here on the record of the club. So we do have a few players leaving, but man, what a signing he has been. Franco with 18 goals, he is our best player right now, and he only cost us 8 million. So Taylor Booth, this message is to you. You left us and you did not win the trophy. I'm afraid you made the wrong decision, and I cashed in on you. Got made a bunch of money. Games out losing, 19 games out losing. What a performance! If we look here, I wasn't lying about January. If we look here, January we lost against West Ham, but we beat Ajax, we beat Dort Dordrecht, FC20 we drew, and then we drew again, but then we beat PSV. We drew, oh man, it's a lot of draws, but here, picking up the pace. Look at those results. Go ahead, Eagle, a big game there. AZ, some big wins here. Only drawing 2 matches. We did not drop. Uh, we didn't go home without a single point from January to the end of the season. Besides from the semi-final and the Europa League knockouts there. Very pleased with that. What a season. Franco with the highest. Look at the average rating, man. Look at the average rating. 4 of our players. And guess what? Matthias, the guy I promoted, he has been a revelation. A revelation. And that's why you bring up these youngsters. He looks incredible. Definitely going to have to. He has a contract until 2029. Minimum release clause 9 million. A little bit scary there. He scores 12 goals. Very good season. Very, very pleased. I did not expect this. Clean sheets. Goalkeeper. He was unhappy, and now we have won the league, and he surely is happy. Most goals scored 75. Fewest conceded 24. What a season! A season to really write home about. And I actually wasn't even like we overperformed. We were just the best team there, and in corners we have improved a little bit, but conceding only 24 goals is very impressive, especially when if you look at our team, we don't really think of this team as a big team that potentially is going to be winning the league. This guy seems to be improving. His release clause expires in 2026, so next year. But yeah, things are looking up, and I'm hoping that I can keep this side for the Champions League campaign because it'll be pretty bad if we lost a lot of players now. We have 6 million in the budget, which really they didn't give me any money, but I'm looking forward to it. I think we can really keep developing this team. I think this team is young, and as you can see here, from when we started, we did not have a lot of Dutch players, but now look at the amount of Dutch players in the team. In the first team, well, they might not be playing consistently, but they're there. If we look at the goals, Franco, 21 goals, 10 assists. Matthias, amazing revelation of a player. Linden, again, another promoted player, just performing to a high standard. And then this guy here, another promoted player. Khan, he's not a promoted player, he's a Turkish player. I mean, ooh, I could cash in for him. 33 million. Big cash in there opportunity. Mike, he's gonna be leaving. Noah, he's there. I mean, he's not that great, but us being in the Champions League gives room for us to actually sell players for higher costs. Zidane, I mean, this guy here from Manchester United, I remember the signing. Um, we have a few players concerned with game time, and I mean, it's fair. It's fair. We definitely need to get rid of some dead weight. That's not going to be. We need to go to the next level. And if I can make some sales, especially this guy here, he's going to come into my team. Don't you worry about it. He will come into my team next year. I'm going to lock him in probably. Or maybe give him another year. We'll see. He is Belgium though, so he came in for the youth and he's. But this guy here, I have to sell him. I have to cash in on him. Saudi are looking at him. They're probably going to offer a lot of money. The goalkeeper, he's 32. He is replaceable. Um, If we look at our youth candidates, we have with the goalkeeper, my mic died, so yeah, Dutch goalkeeper. I mean, he's 15. He could improve a lot. We have this guy here who could become a player. We have some players here. The four here, I can see them maybe getting to the first team in a few years. Maybe we'll have to see how they develop. So many players. I'm trying to get them to loan as many young players as possible. But we definitely. I mean, Daniel Daga, he is wanted now by a lot of big clubs. Revelation for us. He will not want to stay here. Oh, he does potentially want to join us. Um, I will give him an important player status. We're gonna have to try and get him because he's wanted by a lot of big clubs. Doubt that he'll come to us, but the offer is there if he wants to. Definitely looking forward to next season because I think we have developed the team. Now we need to take that next step. And next step I think is improving these wages because I cannot sign quality players for lower than 20k so wages. So I'm gonna definitely give it a little push up. Maybe give sell and just put all of this into payroll. So then we can increase our payroll and sign better players because on a freebie here, if we look, we can look at players expiring. We see maybe some players that are good enough to join our team, but they will not accept a salary below 10k. So we're definitely kind of not in a good position in that sake. So we gotta do something about it. So improve the payroll and give better contracts to some of my players. We have two players leaving on freebies. This guy here, I kind of want to keep him. He looks like a good player, but he's not getting game time. So I'm kind of like, maybe you go. But we have to look at options. I mean, this right back, we need a right back. So let's see what we can do. Just look at that for a team of the season. It's basically a whole team, besides from two players. That is impressive. That is impressive. Hey guys, we are back with a save. And like I said, this is the transfer window to go to the next level. And what we have done here is a brilliant piece of business. Um, on the left here, our first signing in January was Meeks. We bought him from AZ for 750. Good player. I don't know why they've transferred it. He's Dutch as well, so got a Dutch player there. Then we got a Greek player in. I'm trying to stay with the Dutch theme, but also when I can't find a Dutch player to fill the position, I will bring in someone from a different country. Also, whilst we're growing, it's hard to have just Dutch players because Dutch players that are good, I can't really buy them because they're too expensive. Um, then we got Daniel Dag actually decided to join us. He had offers from Arsenal, um, Man City. He decided to stay with us. I did promise him a high wage and important player status. So but he is so good. I mean, love him. Mies has also joined us, another Dutch player. I'm trying my best to sign as many Dutch players. He's a centre back, that's good. He came from FC20 on a freebie as well, very nice. And then we bought in two players. Gabriel from Bayern Munich, good player, 4 appearances, 6 goals and 1 assist. Very incredible start of the season. And then we bought in another Dutch goalkeeper. Um, I decided to bring a Dutch goalkeeper in because I sold the others. Let's look at our sales here, date-wise. So our first signing was this guy here, 1.5 million. He wasn't good enough. Then we signed in that guy that I told you, the Turkish midfielder. He was valued highly and he had an offer from a Saudi team, so I sold him for 25 million. He's very good. And we sold Noah, who is an attacker. He was Dutch, but I just don't think he had the finishing to be a striker. So I sold him to Saudi. He hasn't even been playing well there. We sold some other player, but another big sale was the goalkeeper, the Greek goalkeeper, 13 million, quite a lot of money, and he has been also not very good in the Saudi league. And then we sold our left back because we got some on a freebie, so I decided to sell him. Then we go to the other part here. We sold another 1.1 million, and then we sold one player here. We loaned some players out. Uh, no one really noticeable besides from this guy going to Inter. Inter were interested in him, so I loaned him out to Inter. They have better training facilities probably, so he might get some good development. Leo um, decided to loan him again because I think he's gonna get game time going to Sparta Rotterdam. I actually gotta say this badge here is incredible. This could be a team I rebuild in the future just because they are such a massive part of the the league. They won it multiple times. Rotterdam is the one of the biggest cities in the Netherlands. So yeah, my brother loves going to the Netherlands, so I know a little bit about it, but I never been there myself. Definitely need to go. But this guy can develop into a monster, so he'll be there. And then we got four players here. Mario is the backup for Daga. And then we brought in Dutch centre back again, another centre back. Ryan Cherky on a freebie. These are more players that if they don't develop, I can just sell them for profit. If they do develop, then I can just sell them for profit anyways. And then we also bought this guy in who, the Spanish inside forward, he's very good. And I like his traits. I mean, enjoys big matches, good player, potential to be leading, his technical ability, fairly consistent, fairly quick. Just signed him right now, so we'll see how that goes. Tactically, pretty much the same formation, but we bumped this guy up from a deep line playmaker to a central because I want Matthias to get game time as well, our 19-year-old. So he's going to be given an opportunity to play here. Daga will give Mario there. So I think we have a good team here. I think our team now, I think we're ready to start competing for the league trophy every season. And also maybe make it to the past the league phase, the Champions League. We'll find out. But schedule has been good. We have won the Super Cup against Ajax on penalties, 7-6 on penalties here. Very very good. We didn't miss a penalty. I mean we missed a penalty. They missed two penalties. So yeah, we won that. Very happy with that. And then we beat BVV 4-1, FC20 3-0. Then we beat NAC 4-3, very tough game again. And then we just kind of go to Feyenoord Stadium and just beat the hell out of them. So and a hat trick from Gabriel there. So very important stuff. I'm psyched about this team. This team is really good. And as you can see by our preseason, it has been good. We only lost to Aston Villa. I think this season we are not to be underestimated. We are predicted finishing fifth. I don't think there's a single player of ours in here. By the end of the season, my prediction is we're gonna have one player in there at least. Um, yeah, and also, he's 16, mate. He's 16. He has become um, last season. I mean, look at him. He he's a champion. He won. He's only 16, and he made his debut in 2024 when he was 15. So this guy started playing for our first team when he was 16, and now 16, he's a standard player and he could improve a lot. So this guy is the future of our club, and I did give him a new contract with 66 million release clause. But let's get cracking. Skip to the end of the season and find out how we did. We are back, and it's the end of season 3 at the club. And I will say this right now, this will probably be a part series just because this team will take a while to win the Champions League. I think we never know what will happen. Let's find out what happened this season. Have we won the league? Yes, we have. Only one draw, 4 defeats only. Ajax, PSV, Sparta Rotterdam beat us as well. Wow, impressive stuff. They actually stayed up in 11th. Gabriel with 21 goals, 88 points, so better than last season. Feyenoord in second, Ajax in third, PSV in fourth. We won it again, but have we won anything else? Yes, it is. Well, the domestic treble. I mean, I don't know if you count the Super Cup. Domestic double. Very pleased. Champions League knocked out in the knockout playoff round, which means we qualified, which is very important. Lost 2 games only, Liverpool and Celtic. They drew with Salzburg, Sporting and Real Madrid. So we beat Tottenham, Club Brugge, and Newcastle. That is entertaining football there. And then again, we faced a team that we lost to in the group stage, which is that's the second year in a row. Very unfortunate there, but we made it far, which is what matters. And we look at past positions in the league. We never let off the pedal. PSV did overtake us. We did lose PSV there, and they took, but then they fell right back down. So it is quite dominating for us. Jonathan David's 25 goals, very good stuff for them. 18 goals for this guy here, I never heard of. Gabriel did score 16 for us. Assists, he also 13. Zidane, the what is he? Iraqi guy with 12. Clean sheet, no, clean sheet's 15, so not bad there. But as you can see, not much of our players over there. A player I've been keeping an eye on. This guy right here. He is someone I have been keeping my eye on. Maybe a potential for buying him. Let's see our run in the cup. Third round, we beat FC20. We seem to have their number. PSV in the quarterfinal. Semi-final, we beat Fortuna, and then Ajax in the final, 2-0. The fans can be happy. We got a red card as well in the 90th minute, but we won the game. So where did I don't see PSV got knocked out here by us. Where is um, the other team? PSV were here. Ajax. Um, let's have a look. That was the second round. What's the other club? Feyenoord. Where is Feyenoord? Feyenoord got eliminated by is that third division team? I don't even know. Second maybe. They got eliminated by that. But I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I'm a little bit shocked that we didn't get as many goals as last season. We don't have a striker, like a guy who will bag it into the bottom of the corner. But it seems like Franco goes into the right, Gabriel goes here, Perola goes on the left. So this team is amazing, and we're only getting stronger because we have age on our side. We have one player that wants a new deal, so which is good because it means we're keeping the squad very happy. Gabriel 21 and 13. Our striker, he is developing. Why do I need a striker? This guy is doing the job for me. 17 finishing, you can see the improvement. He's more of a poacher though, so maybe I'll give him the poacher position to see. I don't know, not really sure. He has good jumping reach and headings too, so I think he could be a player. 12 goals, so he has been developing. David, guy I loaned out, he's doing pretty good. Jesse, another Dutch player who I didn't expect to be up here, but Franco with 13 goals, 14 assists. Matthias doing very well for us as well. Very pleased with his development. Mies is up there, 6 goals. The Greek player is up there, and Daniel Daga. Ryan Cherky, 5 goals, 6 assists. Lydon, not really playing as much because he hasn't been given the chances. Um, he's 21. I look at him, he's a good player. But if we look at the seasons here, he's playing pretty well for me, so I would like to keep him. If we look at development, um, progress, has kind of gone up and down. Um, Attributes are pretty much staying the same all across the board. No real increase that we can see there. But if we look at this guy here, I'm hoping we will see some increase in the progress. So yeah, you can see the arrows. You can see his attributes. Kind of, he had 15 finishing, ended the season with 17. Anyone else standing out to me? Vron, very good. Actually scored 4 goals. Linland there. Mario, a little bit. He's concerned. He is worth 15 million. I got him on a free. Maybe a potential signing to get some money back. Ivar, not really getting game time. I need to sell that guy. Milano, someone who I think has potential. Looks like a good player, but right now he's just not fitting into my team. I have too many good players. And then, of course, but we're pleased. We're very pleased with the development of the team. I mean, we won the league twice in a row. I feel like we have a decent amount of Dutch players. How's the youth candidates looking? We have a goalkeeper, Dutch goalkeeper, who is 15. I mean, No one that's gonna be like stand out and hands down become like a first team player straight away. Do have this guy who looks pretty good if you ask me. So potentially he'll be joining us. But then if you look at ability, there's no one who is gonna be challenging for the first team spot. Maybe this goalkeeper here can break it. I think he actually looks good enough to be promoted this season. We look at Joel, who is our goalkeeper right now, and if we compare him to that guy, I mean, 11-year difference. For me, it might be his turn to step up next season. I might give him the gloves and the door key because my scouts rate him pretty highly. Well, my assistant manager rates him as a 4-star player, and he does have a consistent performing. Has improved a lot as well. But without further doubt, let's see how much we have in the transfer window. 44 million. We're doing pretty good. Obviously, we might get taxed because I didn't spend a lot of money. I do need to keep putting money in the scouting because I don't know why it's not putting it instantaneously. But with scouting, now I think we see a lot of good players coming in. I think that what is the weakness of this team? I'm not really sure. I mean, if I find a Dutch player that's gonna fit one of these holes better, I feel like we could definitely do a better central mid. But this guy's developing, so he does not enjoy big matches though, which is the only thing I'm like, maybe I can find someone better. But he's developing pretty well, so I have no position that I'm like I need a standout player in. I want this guy to be developing as well. So for me, it's a tough decision. Like, where do I get players to improve this team without? I think most of the team will be the same. Maybe we make some sales on non-Dutch players. We if we find any Dutch players that are good enough to break into our first team, definitely gonna consider them. So this will be the end of the first part. We'll come back and the next video. I'll try and release it as soon as I can. But thank you for watching. If you got to the end, you'll know that there's gonna be a part two. Um, but yeah, really excited for the future of this club because I think right now we are getting ready to become a top European club. Because if you look our we're actually doing pretty well. Ajax was there behind us, so yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. We just need that next step. Um, do we see any other clubs here that we from our league? Don't really see anyone. FC20 got knocked out here, and Sport Club also did. So, but we'll see what happens. We are champions, and final is coming of us to the Champions League next season.